I'm Craig Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different and every breakup is different. Work with me and you'll get professional help on your situation. And if you're in no contact, focused on personal growth, my creative healing course is filled with hours of exclusive content. Available now at AskCraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And I'm Coach Victoria.
And today we're going to be talking about an attitude of gratitude. Well, if you're going through a breakup, it can be an incredibly difficult time. In fact, maybe one of the most challenging times of your life.
Definitely.
I know for me personally it was. And, Thanksgiving is upon us. So we thought it would be good to talk about being thankful a little bit. And despite going through an incredibly difficult period of your life, it can often lead to great things coming from it, believe it or not. I mean, if I hadn't gone through my breakups, I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing. I wouldn't have learned what I did. I wouldn't have grown the way I have. And I wouldn't be doing something that I'm really passionate about and love.
And I can vouch for all of that.
Because you were there for all of it.
Yes, I was.
In fact, Margaret knew me before I did the coaching, right? She knew me when I was working at an agency with her.
Yeah.
And so going through the difficult times can often lead to great things in life. And while we know it can be challenging to keep a positive attitude when you're feeling depressed and going through these things, it's just something that you should consider and keep in mind, because I really think that if you process it, you deal with it, and you heal from it, and you even put a story to it, you can make that story one that is better for your life, right? Like, I read something recently that instead of looking at it like this is something that's happening to you, it's something that's happening for you. If you keep that mindset that this breakup has happened for you, now that could be to learn some real life skills, to deal with some of your own issues, to be better in relationships, and even maybe to have a much better relationship with the person you've just broken up with. But if you consider that maybe this is happening to you, for your benefit, it's a good way to keep you motivated and on track.
Right, and it can be difficult to see that right now in the moment. So take your time with this. Don't feel like you have to have a preppy attitude about this and feel happy about everything going on. That's not what we're trying to say. We're just saying in the greater span of things that you will grow from this, and this is an opportunity for you. Many of you are motivated by your breakup to learn more about your attachment style, to heal your issues, attachment issues, insecurities, and to work on your behavior and relationships. And these are things that can have lasting effects to your life. So we just want to put some context to your hurt and pain to help you through this.
Yeah, I think it's big, Margaret.
Yeah, and what we're saying is, you can turn it into something better than it feels like right now.
Right.
In fact, I had somebody just say to me this week, maybe some good stuff has come out of this. But when you're really, really hurting, it's hard to be grateful.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing to do, but it's something just to consider. Okay, if you take those moments in time to take yourself out of feeling stuck and trying to look at it from a different angle, like, okay, maybe this is happening for me. Maybe this is so we have a better relationship than we ever had before. Maybe this is for me to work through trauma that I had or my own personal issues with anxiety and depression. And it really shifts you in a lot of ways to prioritize.
Right.
Because I think a lot of
Yes,
people
absolutely.
prioritize things a lot differently after a breakup.
Right.
Right, and it can be a wake-up call for many people that you may not have realized that you have attachment issues with your caregivers, your parents, your family, until now. And research shows, for many this might be obvious, but research shows that gratitude is correlated with a secure attachment style. And of course, probably those with a secure attachment style were raised in a loving home that were able to have things to be grateful for. But something to think about is the further you work on yourself and the more secure you become, then the more flexible you will be to be able to experience these positive feelings of gratitude. So not saying that you have to be grateful to be secure, but rather gratefulness is an outcome or a consequence of working on yourself and seeing those results for yourself.
Yeah, because it often takes time to see those results and have
yes,
those results.
It does.
It's not going to happen overnight. It didn't for me, and that was with me going to Margaret twice a week.
Right.
It took time.
I was exhausted.
But we had some ways to look at it differently, right? You had some things to look at, to
Right.
consider that you wanted to share?
So we have 5 things that you can be grateful for during your breakup. Once again, take your time with these. We know that you're hurting. We're not saying, feel grateful right now, but things to think about. So the first way is to be grateful for the lessons that you have been taught through the relationship.
Yeah, because a lot of times we see things a lot differently than we did before.
Totally. Yeah.
Like we realize, oh my gosh, I've been selfish. I didn't see my partner's point of view. I didn't realize that they had very different needs than I did. I promised them I would change 1,000 times and I didn't. I didn't take it seriously. All kinds of examples
All
come up
kinds.
there.
Right.
Another thing that you can be grateful for is your friends and the support of your family, because it's really during these difficult times that the people who are there for you in your life show up. So don't take that for granted if you have friends and family that are supporting you through this breakup.
Yeah, sometimes you realize you had more support than you thought you did.
Yeah.
You know,
I
and
had a
that's
guy
always nice.
say to me in the last couple of days that he had a best friend who had really been there for him. I was grateful for him too.
Yeah.
He had truly been helpful.
And sometimes it's even just your pets.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The next thing that you can be grateful for is your freedom and the ability to think, reprioritize in your life, and have new opportunities that may not have been available to you in that relationship.
Okay. That's a good point, and we don't often look at it like that, but there are benefits to that freedom, right? And now there are different options, and that also includes finding different people that you could date.
That's right. And in a way, you can look at that too, as sometimes people outgrow a partner.
That does happen.
Yes.
And sometimes it's because it was the best thing for you or the situation, especially if the situation was toxic or abusive and there
Right.
was no signs of changing.
Right. And in those types of relationships, you don't get to focus on yourself at all. Your focus is all on the other partner. And Margaret, you say often, what's in it for you?
Right. Yeah, I will oftentimes say to people who call, who've been in a difficult relationship, who desperately want this person back, and I'll say, what you have to ask yourself is, what's in it for you? And no, that's not a selfish question.
And even if it's selfish, it's okay to be selfish.
Yes, it is.
Selfish is a good thing.
Yes.
We're taught growing up that selfish is wrong and you shouldn't be selfish, but I disagree.
Yes, and women, I think, are particularly taught that, our role in this world is to take care of everyone else. And so the minute we begin to think about what's in it for us, 18 voices of our mother, our aunts, and whoever else comes into our heads, that's selfish, right?
Yeah. I was older when I realized, wait a minute, being selfish isn't necessarily bad.
Oh, no.
People always make you seem like a villain because you're selfish. No, it's healthy to
It's
be
healthy
selfish.
selfish.
Yeah.
Yes.
The last way has to do with the fact that many of you might be beating yourselves up after a breakup.
Most of you, in fact.
So the last one is to be grateful if you see any progress in that. If you're able to acknowledge your own strengths throughout this breakup and work on yourself, that is something right there that you can acknowledge and appreciate about yourself.
And if you're willing to even work on yourself, congratulate yourself for that and be grateful for it, because not everyone is.
All right.
And most people who certainly go to the trouble to reach out to us are very motivated and ready to work on stuff. So we'll be grateful for that.
And the other thing that you want to consider is that not everybody works on themselves after a breakup.
Right.
You are one of the few people that are using it to truly change your life.
Right. And even though they're gone, the memories that you have with them are still there. And we talk about processing the breakup quite a lot in the course. So that's something that you can check out if you would like.
Yes, that's very process oriented.
Oh, yes.
And for many of you, this breakup might be the best thing to happen in your life.
So many people say that on a weekly basis. This breakup has really changed my life, and the channels and the videos that we've put up has really changed their life. It's great to hear every week.
Right.
Then how come I feel like something you'd find in a cow pasture?
Takes time to get through that.
Yes,
But-
it does.
But the harder you work and the more you stay motivated and committed to those things, the more you're going to be grateful that the breakup did happen and you used it to change your life.
Right.
So it can be a difficult time, and we all understand that, but sometimes it's good to look outside at a different perspective, and I thought Thanksgiving would be a good way to do that. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and of course, when you want to get our help personally, just go to my website, askcraig.net, sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. I do email coaching and I do Skype. Margaret is available for Skype coaching.
Yes, if you feel that I can be helpful to you, please sign up.
And Coach Victoria is still training with us,
I'll be here.
but you'll see her in the videos until she does coaching in the future. That's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth,
I'm Coach Margaret.
And I'm Coach Victoria.
and we will talk with you soon. To get my help personally, go to askcraig.net and click on Schedule Coaching and choose the option that works best for you. I do email coaching or Skype. To schedule a coaching with Margaret, click on Margaret on the top of the page and order a Skype with her. For the Knowledge Creative Healing course, click on the link at the top of the page and click Get Started Now.